Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Luke Teal.
And I'm Jacob Odell.
Mid-quarter progress reports are releasing this Thursday. Athletes, if you aren't passing at least 3 classes, you will be ineligible to play until the end of this quarter.
Additionally, homecoming bids are now available at Student Services. The bids must be turned in with payment by next Monday.
Applications for the California Scholarship Federation are due this Friday and are available on the RHS website. See Ms. Capel for more on the subject.
And now I go to Quincy Anderson with sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Tuesday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Quincy Anderson. On Friday, football played West Park and sadly lost 35-28 in a very well-fought game. Despite the loss, Mason Susanara had 115 passing yards and 1 touchdown. Graham Dolly had 11 carries with 95 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Kenny McClure had 4 receptions with 105 reception yards and 1 touchdown. And Juan Valencia having a defensive masterclass with 2 solo tackles, 6 assisted tackles, and 1 sack. Unfortunately, some of the players left the game with injuries, including Tigers' leading rusher Colton Wolfe. We go to Mason Finn with the full story.
The RHS football team has lost a huge piece of the offense as Colton Wolfe has fractured his tibia.
There was a pick 6, and I was trying to chase the guy down, and a big boy came and pushed me, and I rolled over it, heard a crack, felt my ankle hit the ground. Yeah.
Colton hopes to be 100% by the time playoffs roll around.
Yeah, I'll be good by playoffs. I mean, I should only be out like 4 to 6 weeks, but we'll see in a couple of days how long it'll really be.
Colton brought many things to the field besides his abilities, and everyone will now have to step up. Not only did the team lose their leading rusher, they also lost a threat on both sides of the ball.
Thanks, Mason. Today, girls volleyball has their first league match at 4:30 against Yuba City. Good luck, Tigers. Next, with water polo, the boys went 0-4 this weekend at the Sierra Shootout. However, they had a great bounce-back game against Casa Roble with a 22-10 dub. The girls also had a huge win against Casa with a 24-6 win, with senior Ainsley Stormer leading the way with 6 goals. In other sports news, cross country had a meet this weekend at Nevada Union. However, before the meet had begun, many of the athletes were stung many times by a swarm of hornets. Nevertheless, this didn't stop the girls from placing first in their race and the boys having some hard-fought races as well. That's all on your home for Roosevelt High School sports. Top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Quincy. Beetlejuice released in theaters last Friday. The reviews pour in, and the crowd looks around in confusion. I really, truly do not know how to feel about this movie. It's obviously not a cult classic like the original, but there were some parts that made me double-check my ticket to make sure that I was in the right theater, including the end credit scene. You know the one. I recommend rewatching Beetlejuice before you go see this movie, just to remember the concept. In other news, at the 2024 Xbox Games Showcase, the official trailer for Life is Strange Double Exposure was released. You may recognize this title from the rounds that Chloe Price did on Tumblr in 2020. Double Exposure, set for an October 29th release date, is the direct sequel to the original Life is Strange from 2015. That's right, Life is Strange 2 is no longer canon. Square Enix is finally cashing in on settling the debate between which ending to the original game was canon, and based on some released voice lines, Max chose her hometown over her implied love interest, though historians would say they were very good friends. She moves away from Arcadia Bay to a new, snowier town and makes new friends. All's well until one of those friends ends up dead and she starts using her powers again to jump timelines. I think this game is out of left field, especially considering Kingdom Hearts 4 had its trailer released 2 years ago, and no new news since then. Max Caulfield had her moment, and that was supposed to be that. I prefer the original graphics to these new ones that look like everything else that's been put out by Square Enix. I'll play it if it goes on sale, but I'm definitely not dropping $60 on it. I'm Alyssa Davis, and now we go back to news.
Thanks, Alyssa.
One student on campus has found a passion for dancing outside of school. We go to PJ Zamora with more.
RHS sophomore Amelia Vinogradov is on the dance team at RHS as well as dances at her studio where she drives up to Nevada each weekend for practice.
I've been dancing for 2 years. I started with ballet and then I kind of expanded.
After seeing one of her close friends at a performance, she decided she would give it a try and soon discovered a passion for it.
I started dancing because one of my friends started dancing, and I went to go see one of her shows, so I was like, oh my god, this is really cool. And then that's just kind of what got me into it.
Vinogradov performs in many different types of dance, which help her become more diverse with her style.
I am in dance classes at Studio 65, and then I also take the dance class at school, like during the school day.
Thanks, PJ.
And that's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eithertigernews.com. See you next time.